Hi Aries, how are you? Welcome to my channel. My name is Elena, and I'm a tarot reader, and I love doing this. And I decided to start my own YouTube channel and doing monthly readings for each zodiac sign. So this is going to be your January reading, Aries, and I'm super excited for this because it's a new beginning for me, and I hope this is going to be resonated with some of you, and this is going to be helpful for some of you, and that's all I can ask. Now, the way I'm going to do these readings is that I'm going to have 3 rows. First row is the past, the middle is the present, and the last one is the future. So it's kind of like, almost reading the energy of where you're coming from, where you're at right now, and where you're moving towards. And so I think that's it. But let me shuffle a couple more times and then see what messages come for you this month, Aries. Now, I feel like it's going to be an important month for you. I don't know what I want to say that, but around the moon cycle, January 5th, and then I want to say, what's the other one? January, I think 21st or something. When we're going to have the full moon, check in with that and then see how you feel then. I think that's going to be really important times for you. Now, let's pull the cards. Let me move the camera so you can see the cards too. Okay, so let's see. See what you got, Aries. Oof, something strong stuff coming in for you. Wow. A lot of things are happening for you this month, Aries. Aries. Let's see what else we got. Okay. So I hope you see these for as much as you can. If not, I'll still pull them and then show you closer. So, first row, we have the past. Where you coming from? What I want to say about that. So we have the Ten of Wands in reversed. That's all about a cycle, completing a cycle, and letting go of like some burdens that you had, letting go of things from your, like worries and things that just were so heavy and hard for you. Like it could be projects, it could be like emotions that you've been holding back. So it's kind of letting go of that. I think you finally got to that point where you're okay with doing it. Now, by doing that, you almost like, was it the right thing that I did? Was it the right thing that I did that? Was it the right thing that I let go of my burden, or like shared my emotions, or shared my thoughts, shared my, like difficulties with other people? Was that the right way? Did I put too much pressure on them? So it's like, you kind of like worry about, did you do the right thing, and have like these sleepless nights? But it's not really a good place to be in, because what you did, you felt that was right for you. So stick with that. Now, with the Six of Cups in reverse, and you're the third one that this has, so I feel like it has to do with us moving from 1 year into the next year. So it's like kind of like asks us to check in with ourselves. What is from the past that we didn't let go of? What is from the past that we can bring into the new year, but what should we let go in the past? So I feel like this is more has to do with that. It's things from your past that are bubbling up and resurfacing, and letting go of the things that from your past, from 2018, that no longer have any use for you in 2019. So check in with yourself about that. And next row we have where you are right now. What's going on with you. We have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I think it's when it's an upright, it's like a slow moving energy. When it's in reverse, some things that are happening a little quicker than the pentacles it normally used to. So with the next card of like it being death, I feel like when you do the work of letting go, when you do the work of not stressing about what happened in the past, not worrying as much about like, oh, did you do the right thing or not? I mean, even though it's good to like really check in with yourself, and then make sure that you treated everybody fairly, and you give 100% of yourself to each thing and each person. But with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse and then the Death card, it's like, it's almost like once you let go of the things that no longer serve you, you have that change. You have that change, and it's going to happen quickly. You know, because the Death card, it's about change. To me, it's just like, you know, that with the Tower in reverse, things happen quickly and unexpectedly for you. But with the Death, it's something that it's coming and you see it coming, right? But look at this beautiful, like, do you see the sun in the back? In the back? So it's almost like some things have to end in order for other things to happen, you know, other better, bigger things, right? So, and they'll start happening once you let go. Because Knight of Pentacles, again, in reverse, it's a fast moving thing, fast moving energy. The next card is going to be the Seven of Pentacles. So the Death card is going to force you to reassess. And this is a card of like reassess, like, you know, when you planted the seeds, right? And then coming to a point of like, oh, was it worth it? Am I still going to keep doing this? Or is this project continue? Does it have any future? Does this relationship have any future? You know, and I don't really see that many relationship cards in the spread, so I have a feeling this is more has to do with your own projects. You know, work maybe related to. It's like creativity wise, if there's something that you really wanted to do, or like was procrastinating, postponing doing, you know, or like maybe you weren't really serious about. So it's like kind of almost checking in, like, is this something that I still want to do? Is it still something worth doing and following through? And with the Death card, it's kind of inviting you, like, to either let go of it or really put more energy into it, you know? Then we have, in the future, we have the Six of Wands in reversed. We have the Two of Wands, and we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So with these three cards, what it makes me think of is that with the Seven and the Six, I feel like it's almost like once you reassess, you're like, oh, well, maybe something is not going to work out. Maybe something is just not going to be good for me, right? So maybe it's just like, you know, let go of that and then focus on something else and being okay with it not working out, being okay with things that, you know, sometimes that we're like so focused on victory and achieving things and being successful, but we forget that sometimes that there is a lesson to be learned when you're not successful, when things that just don't work out, and being okay with that, you know. So if you approach that, you know, if you have that perspective, like, okay, so, you know, even if I put so much effort into it, but it's okay. I've learned other things from the process, you know, and this is what this card tells me. It's like you've learned lessons from that process that you can apply into a new project. And see how he's looking forward into the distance. This to me, it's a card of like planting another seed. This is a card of like getting inspired and having like another, it's almost like that surge of creativity is coming back, and it's being so excited and so animated and like, you know, kind of almost like dreaming about, oh my god, if this is this actually going to happen, and if, you know, like allowing yourself to dream big and like make goals and set intentions and, you know, think of other projects that really inspire you and setting them in motion, you know, because like this is a card of like, you know, he's looking at the world, like the world is your oyster, you know. So it's like you have, you know, there's so many other options and things that you can do. It's just a matter of like setting that intention, like, you know, realizing, oh my god, there's other things that I've wanted to do, but like, you know, when you're okay of like letting go of the things that didn't work out and not dwell on that as much, you know, you allow yourself to like focus on the things, other things that you might have like put on the back burner. They're like, oh, I'll get to it, but finally you get the chance to do it, but they're so much better for you, you know. And then the next card is the Queen of Cups in reverse. Queen of Cups, usually when it's an upright, it's a card of nurturing, card of like emotional stability. It's having like that mother archetype figure, you know, in your life that has that nurturing and like really sweet, kind energy around. But when it's in reversed, I feel like it invites you to not be, to be a bit more practical. I think it's about practicality, and then with this card, And then this card, it's being practical, it's being more aware of like the actual physical steps that you need to do to do that project. So let's say if you were postponing to start a blog, right? This card invites you to like, okay, sign up for that domain, you know, look on different pricings, and then, you know, subscribe to something you need to subscribe, or, you know, like just if you need to like write that first blog and you had an idea for it for a long time, just do it and sit down one day and just like start typing, you know, and then don't say like, oh, well, today I don't feel like it, you know, just kind of do it. Just be practical, you know, about things, because in order to get things done, sometimes you just have to be practical. The idea is not enough, you know. So with this, you have the idea, but also, you know, you can't just like, oh, well, I had this great idea, but how are you going to get it done without getting practical? So I think it's about being practical and getting, you know, really real on what needs to get done. So let me put some clarifiers for these cards and see what other messages come through for you. Okay. So let me pull the camera again so you can see what I see. I love the After Tarot because it's such a beautiful deck. It's almost like, you know, if you would have gone with that, what would have happened? You know, if you would have gone with that choice, what would have happened? You know? Okay. So, what we got is we got the Knight of Wands clarifying the Ten of Wands in reversed. So what I want to say about this is that Knight of Wands is fast moving, you know, and then I think this kind of goes hand in hand with the Knight of Pentacles, where it's like things start happening once you unburden yourself, once you let go of like that extra you know, things that were just like piling up, that you weren't able to focus on other things that actually you're better suited for, or you can actually do that, or better, that would serve a better purpose for you, you know. So this is kind of like, once you let go of that, once you let go of like, oh, holding it all to yourself, things will just start moving fast, and you get like different messages too about, you know, like a project maybe that somebody wants to do with you, or like a partnership with somebody, or like, you know, different other flows of information that will start coming into you. Now then we have the Ten of Swords clarifying the Nine of Swords. I believe it was in reversed. So this is just letting go of that worry, you know what I mean? It's just not serving you, realizing that, because you went from 9, you went to 10. From 9 of Swords, you went to the 10 of Swords. And then you went into the reversed position, which is like letting go of that. Because it's really, all you're going to do is just like cause yourself more harm, and then just stress and sleepless nights. And why do you need that? You know, like, how can you do your job or be the best that you can when you have all of these like dwelling on the past, dwelling on the things that you haven't done right, or you've hurt somebody? I mean, it's good to be mindful of things when you hurt somebody, and when you like being rude or mean, and apologizing, following through with apologies, you know, like making sure that you like, if you felt like you wronged somebody, if you felt like you haven't done enough, I think it's a good thing to like close that cycle. You know, close that cycle from the past, and instead of dwelling on it, you know, why dwell? And then always like once in a while remember like, oh, you know, remember when I said that? You know, if you're still like going to be doing that, just write an apology letter. Just like say, hey, you remember when I did that? I was such a like jerk, you know, I apologize for it. So, you know, like close your cycles, close those like loops of negative thinking, all of those stresses, you know, like the things that cause you stress and worries and sleepless nights. Just like close those loops, close, you know, whatever needs to get done for you. And for each of you is going to be different, Aries, I'm sorry. You know, it's just do the work, because it's going to be good for you. And then so with the Sun, you know, it's just it's beautiful. It's a beautiful card. It's like once you let go of those patterns of those thoughts, you know, you're going to be happy. You're going to find that happiness and like ease that you are so looking forward to, you know. Then we have the Eight of Swords in reverse, clarifying death. So I feel like it's like, in this particular situation, it has to do with you feeling trapped, you feeling like you have no way out, and you feel like you don't have people around you to help you. But that is changing. It's just a matter of like, what do you communicate, you know? Because it's a lot of times, and I think this is also comes down with this card too, where it's like, how people are going to know that you're overwhelmed when you don't let them know. You know, they're there for you to help you, but if they don't know, they can't assume. So speak up and then ask for help. And then the Death card is here to change that. Death card is here to change that focus and perspective and mentality, you know, that it's there to help you change that, like, oh, you know, it's, oh, I have to do it all on my own and I can't do it, sometimes I can't see it. But that's why you have people around you, you know, like you have friends, and you know that you do have that support system too. Now the next one, we have the King of Wands, clarifying the Seven of Pentacles. I think this is more like getting into that power. Like once you reassess things from what you've done so far, and then once you get clear like what projects or what parts of the projects that no longer are good and no longer like serve that bigger goal, like scratch them and then start new, and then get like, but start with intention. Start with look at it with purpose, you know, because the King of Wands, it's purpose, it's drive, it's like that passion. So make sure you, like, when you do reassess things, and I hope you do them with purpose and with intention. You know, set an intention for yourself. When you look at it, it's like, okay, I'm gonna look at this from this perspective, right? Or like, I'm gonna look at this because my end goal is X, Y, and Z. So be mindful of that. Then we have the Ten of Cups, clarifying, and the Six of Wands. This is about, and getting back to the cards prior, I feel like it's that, you know how we said it's about like being so stuck on like being right or achieving or being successful, and this is exactly what this card is. It's the card of like ultimate success and family and abundance, right? When it's in reverse, it's like things that don't work out the way you wanted them to work out. So it's kind of like letting go that things, or they just have to work out the way I want them to. No, they don't have to work out the way you want them to. You know, I think the divine has a better plan for you. So just like be okay with that. Be okay with things. Just sometimes they just don't work out. And then this is what the Death 2 card is here to, like, you know, some things have a purpose, and if they don't work out, learn the lesson and move forward, you know. Because if you're just like gonna keep stuck on like that one thing, you know, then you might end up not really enjoying it, or not like realizing that, oh, this is not what I really wanted, you know. So think about that. Now we have the Judgment, and that's clarifying the Two of Wands. I love this. It's like, you know, like I said here, it's like when you let go of like the stress from the past and like all of the patterns and loops that you have, you know, in your head, and then letting go of like things working out just the way you want them to work out, and allowing things to happen, you're gonna have like that aha moment where it's like, oh my god, yes, this is exactly actually what I needed, you know. So let go. And then we have the Empress, clarifying the Queen of Cups. I think that's also reinforced. So the Empress is the card of abundance, the card of fertility, the card of motherhood. So I feel maybe some of you might have a hard time with pregnancy, getting pregnant this month if you're trying, but don't get down on yourself, you know. Just stay positive. But it's also like I think with the Queen of Cups, it's like, as much as you want to be nurturing and mothering to others, allow yourself that energy, allow yourself to feel that and then be treated that way too, and get practical, you know, get really, really practical. You know, I feel like this will be a time of like maybe not spending as much time with not friends, but like not being involved in parties as much as like really getting down to work. This is going to be like a working month for you, Aries. Like really, really get down to it and like set intentions, set projects, let go of the things that don't work out for you, that didn't work out, or that you don't think will work out. So, you know, be practical. Be practical this month. Now, let me pull one last card and then as an overall, an additional message for you for this month. Just to kind of like close it out, close this reading, you know. Soulmate. You got the card soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. I think doesn't really have to do more as much about relationships with this reading, because there were really not that many cards that would indicate that for me, as much as it's about the right project, the right job, or the right creative outlet for you this month. You know, I mean, for some of you, it might be relating to relationships. Like, you know, if we're going back to the loops and like about, you know, you hurting people, saying things that might have been hurtful and not apologizing for them, or not like taking responsibility for them, this would be a good month to do that. And that would put you on the path of like, that would put you on the right path, and that would set in motion certain things, because you're going to be closing certain cycles that they're going to put in motion things that will bring in the right person for you, you know, like, and that's what the Death card, and you know, like with the World, it's like you're just finishing, closing up cycles. And the soulmate, it's once you do, you know, have like that sun that's coming through and that shines through. So yeah, I really think this is for you. It's going to be a month of, you know, kind of like reassessing, and then really being okay with some things not working out, but knowing that some things will, and they will happen quicker than you think, you know. So I'm gonna leave you with this, Aries, and I hope you have a wonderful January. And if you liked, and then if this reading resonated with you, please like the video. And then if you want to hear more, and if you want to see what your month of February has in store for you, subscribe to my channel. And looking forward to see you next month. Bye, Aries. Bye.